Did you know that 22 people die each day waiting for transplants that can't take place because of the lack of donors? By becoming an organ donor, you have the possibility of saving up to 50 lives. Today I will share with you 3 important factors when considering becoming an organ donor. Why organ donation is important. There are many myths about organ donation, and becoming an organ donor is very easy. Let's begin with why organ donation is so important to our society. According to the website Donate Life America, 120,000 men, women, and children await life-saving transplants. The number of people dying who need organ transplants are the same as 13 737 airplanes filled to capacity crashing every year with no survivors. Every 10 minutes, another person is added to the national transplant waiting list, and the demand for organ, eye, and tissue donation still vastly exceeds the number of donors. Each day, about 79 people receive organ transplants. Some examples are heart, liver, kidney, cornea, and tissue transplants. My sister Michaela is 21 and in the course of 3 weeks lost function of both kidneys. As a college student, she had to medically withdraw from school, begin dialysis treatments 2 times a week, and completely change her life. Basically, her life and dreams are on hold. She is now on transplant list, but is now one of those people who are now just waiting. She's not just a number of statistics, she is my sister. So if there is such a need for organ donors, why aren't there more? One reason is that there are many myths about organ donation, and that I would like to share with you. However, let's first address the elephant in the room. As Dr. Chris Berry, a transplant surgeon, says, it is very uncomfortable and many would rather avoid it than talk about death. But if one person can save up to 50 lives, if you aren't an organ donor when you die, you have taken a lot of people with you. The first myth is to discuss, if I'm an organ donor, I won't get the same health care when I'm sick. False. According to every source I find, including Donate Life America, this is not true. Being an organ donor will not impact the fact that your doctor, nurses, and everyone taking care of you will not do everything possible to save your life. That is their job, and they take it very seriously. The second myth is that people believe I am too old, too young, or too ill to become an organ donor. Again, false. According to Dr. Chris Berry, there are many things that determine if you can be an organ donor, but age and having an illness are not reasons why people are declined. People under 18 must have parental consent to donate, but they still can. Another myth is that my religion won't support organ donation. In fact, according to organdonor.gov, there is a broad support for organ donation amongst most faith communities. Organ, eye, and tissue donation is considered an act of charity and love, and acceptable, is morally ethically acceptable to the Vatican, as proclaimed by Pope John Paul II. Also, Judaism sanctions and encourages organ, eye, and tissue donation in order to save lives. Finally, some people believe that being an organ donor is expensive and will put a burden on the family. Actually, according to organdonor.gov, there are no costs associated for the donor. It is very needed, and the hospital does not charge the donors to help save lives. We have now discussed why organ transplant is important and some common myths surrounding it. Now let's talk about how to become a donor. Becoming an organ donor is easy, and registration is available in every state. The most important thing to do is sign up as an organ donor in your state's registry. Online registrations happen on a state level. When you register, most states let you choose what organs you would like to donate and let you update your status. For Idaho, the URL is easy, and I will hand out cards in just a moment with the exact website address. To cover all bases, organdonor.gov also suggests you should make sure your driver's license says that you are an organ donor, which you can do at the DMV. Tell your family about your donation decision. Tell your doctors and your friends, and include your decision when you are making your will. You may not think you know anyone who has had an organ donated to them, but you probably have heard of one of these people I found on the Ranker website. Former Apple CEO Steve Jobs received a liver. Former Vice President Dick Cheney received a heart, and hopefully very soon I can say my sister Michaela received a kidney. I hope you all now have a better understanding about organ donation. In summary, we have discussed why being an organ donor is such an important topic for our society. As human beings, we discussed many common myths about organ donation, and most importantly, how to become an organ donor. And now I would like for you to consider making a very personal decision. These cards have the link to sign up in Idaho, and if you need to register in another state or country, the URL is very easy to find. These kidneys are from Michaela's dialysis clinic to symbolize the importance of organ donation. People often talk about how miracles never happen. If you become an organ donor, you can be that miracle. Thank you.
Amen.